A very warm welcome back, Nigeria. Thank you for staying with us here on the TBC Breakfast Show. For decades, Dayo Adedayo has traveled across Nigeria, documenting the country's landscapes, our cultures, our traditions, and our everyday life. His photographs offer a unique perspective on the nation's identity, highlighting the beauty, diversity, and richness that define our country, Nigeria. This passion for visual storytelling is also reflected in his forthcoming book, Nigeria, A Timeless Beauty, which celebrates the country's rich cultural heritage, natural attractions, and enduring appeal through compelling photography. Joining us, and I'm very excited this morning to discuss Nigeria's timeless beauty through his lens, is author and renowned Nigerian documentary photographer, Mr. Dayo Adedayo. Sir, it's an honor to have you on the table this morning, and you've brought something very special for us to see. Unfortunately, we live in a climate right now where everybody is so focused on what is terrible about Nigeria, but not you. You traveled the 7 seas, the depths and the nooks and crannies of this country, looking for what makes us beautiful. And I believe it's a poignant reminder to everybody watching and that will open this book about just how beautiful and special our country really is.
Thank you. Good morning, viewers. Thank you for having me on your show. I will throw a question to you.
What? I thought I was a journalist.
Hold on first.
and the viewers at home.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. What actually do you know about Nigeria? The culture, the history, the beautiful landscapes, the food, the architecture. Most of us are consumed with the headlines and political headlines. But this is one of the most beautiful countries in the world. I've been opportune to travel the desert, the rainforest, abandoned or countless villages, and the bustling cities across the 774 local governments of Nigeria. And that is what brought me to, at the end of the day, to say, oh, wow, Nigeria is truly a timeless beauty. All these things were there before us. They're going to be there after us. And for generations yet unborn to see our civilization now is what brought me to the timeless beauty. It's a 1,500-page book.
Wow.
It weighs 20 kg, comes in 3 volumes, and you will see Nigeria. I wish the whole of Nigeria can go through Nigeria, a timeless beauty.
How long did it take you to put this together?
In terms of photography,
Time, effort, just expand on that.
it took
for
me
us.
23 years taking pictures, and this book itself took me 4 good years to put together, because I have to go through all my archives to select pictures. After selection, the selection of pictures took me about 2.5 years, because I have to scan some negatives. It wasn't just digital cameras. There are some that I took on analog cameras. Then writing, I wrote every single word in the book. And it's just going to blow people's mind to say, oh, wow, is this really Nigeria? And some of the pages are panoramic. So I use one of the best cameras in the world. I won't mention the brand name, which are panoramic. It's a large format camera. And I decided to put it on panoramic pages. So the book opened up, and you just have to open it itself. And goes, you know, it is something that there is no one that will see the book that will not say, truly, Nigeria is a timeless beauty.
It is something that when I read the synopsis of this interview, I said, God, so somebody in Nigeria is not only thinking about the positive side of Nigeria, but has decided to document it. For that, I want to say thank you, first things first. Because I wish our younger ones will think like this. I, because of my job, have had the opportunity to travel the country too, and I've seen some very beautiful scenes. I've seen some very beautiful places. I've seen friendly people. I'm privy to cultures that just make me wonder, do we have this kind of people in Nigeria? Now, for you that have done photography for so long, to now decide and say, let me put all this together, what were you thinking 20-something years of photography, and then the fact that you did not use AI to write this thing, you sat down on your own and wrote every word here. Tell us about the passion that drove you to do this project.
Thank you. Our thinking is our reality. If you are thinking of calling someone now and you did not call that person, I'm 95, 97% sure that person will call you back. If not on the 5th day, probably on the 7th day. So what most of us are doing in Nigeria is looking at the headlines. And you fail to realize that the headlines are being dictated by people you don't know, people you don't see. Over 200 million people. If there is no security in Nigeria, nobody will be in TVC this morning. If there is no food in Nigeria, all of us will look malnourished. If there are no clothes in Nigeria, all of us will be naked as we are seated here. So what am I trying to say? What you want to see is what you see. If you look into the mirror, even though the mirror is seeing your whole body, if you want to look at your nostril, that's what you look at. If you want to see your eye, one, not the two together at the same time, that's what you see. And that's my thinking. That's my reality. Nigeria is a land of milk and honey. Whatever you want to take out of it, you take. If the richest black man in the globe is a Nigerian, and the richest black woman on the globe is a Nigerian, so why shouldn't Nigeria be the best country? 200 million people, and you don't need 200 million people to be successful.
Yes.
If 200 million people came to TVC, you guys would be earning millions of dollars. And how did Dangote got his money? Salt and sugar. Forget about the refinery. That was a later day addition. So that's what I saw in Nigeria. And everywhere I go, there's even a chapter in the book, just roads. You go into some roads, say you are going to Obudu from Rivers, you get to a point where you won't see anything on both sides of the road, canopies of trees. You are up north.
Terrain, so I know what you're talking about.
Up north, you are traveling from Bauchi to Taraba. Oh my God, most breathtaking beauty of roads. Roads I will see is going into the hills, and all of a sudden it turns away. I mean, just like the famous one in Abuja, Zuma Rock. I mean, there is a point whereby you think the road goes through the rock and it just veer off. You are in Ogun State, and there is a road in Ogun State, highway to heaven. As you descend that road, if it's on a cloudy day, it will seem the cloud is eating the road. I mean, you go to Borno State.
It's beyond the mirage.
You go to Borno State on your way to Damasak, where you have the sand dunes. And you get to a point, as far as the eye could see, nothing, just pure desert. I mean, I can't express this much. I just want people to see this. You see, our security challenges will go away because it wasn't there yesterday.
Yeah.
So it won't be there forever. So, and in tourism, which is the greatest and largest employer of labor, even if you have F9, 9 F9 in secondary school, you can be a great and the best tourist guide.
Absolutely.
You see all those guys parking cars, sleeping rough, say, oh, come here, come here. They can tweak that same thing into something else. But what we lack now at the moment is our opportunities of people to tell our stories. And in telling our stories, things will change. TVC coming here, seeing all this, it's a beautiful museum.
Right, especially when it's actually birthed in a no man's land, kind of. Just let me put it that way, because of the Atlantic, reclaiming the land from the sea, and then we find ourselves here. But looking at some of the pictures that we've shown our audience, just the moment we started this conversation, I could see beautiful landscapes, landscape and some other areas, but I'm not seeing human beings. Some people try to document the unsung heroes, the images of people, what they've done back in the day. I think you've done something like that as well. They've also done, showing the downfall buses on Lagos roads and all that. So I'm wondering whether it is captured in your book. Do you only focus on landscapes as against humans as well, the role they've played? What's your choice, of selection of the pictures that you rigorously, sought to put together before you put this book into one piece?
Thank you. I have over 4 million images in my archives, and I'm still taking more, right? This is a timeless beauty. And next to the timeless beauty is window seat. My travel across the globe, taking pictures from the window.
From the window.
Right? There are still more
Not
books.
just airplane window?
Airplane's windows.
Okay, just airplane.
Just airplane,
okay.
airplane windows, not from cars and trains. I have that
Aerial
as well.
views.
Right.
Yeah, area view. So photography have over 300 forms. But to answer your question directly, there are people in the book as well. But what kind of people? People doing their daily job, people you don't see. Like you go to Nasarawa State in Kiana village, where water oozes, very warm water, like the ocean was seawater, oozing out from the soil, and it's salt, very salty. So that is where the people get their salt from. And two places in Nigeria, Ebonyi is called the salt of the nation because of Okwosi Salt Lake, right? So Okwosi one is cool water, whereas the Kiana one is warm water. So there are people there. Then you have festivals. So I've captured several festivals across the country, but I don't want to concentrate because I can decide to say, okay, I want to do a book on festivals where everything in the book would just be festivals. But Nigeria, a timeless beauty, started from history of Nigeria, which is even good for the Gen Z who hasn't got a clue on the creation of states in Nigeria. From the map of Nigeria in 1960 to 1963, the three regions. So you see the northern region, west, and eastern region. Then 1963 to 67, Midwest was carved out of the west. So you see the progression. And 1967, before the Civil War, when General Gowon now divided the country into 12 states, 19 states, 21 states. So you see the progression until we got to the 36 states of the country. Not just that, you see the founding fathers. Detailed history. A lot of research went into this book.
Amazing.
Because what I'm trying to do is for generations yet unborn and current generation who do not even know the history of this country, because if you don't know where you're coming from, how would you know where you're going to? And for me, it's a love letter to Nigeria. Everything I have and everything I am, Nigeria made me. So what else do I have to give to Nigeria?
Absolutely. I'm
a photographer. The best I can give is for the rest of the world to see this country like never before, to say, wow, is this a country from West Africa? Is this a country from Africa? Because we are not telling our stories.
Yes.
There are people that, just like you said, unsung heroes. There was a time I did something on unsung heroes, right? The butchers, the cat pushers, the mama put, the people that feed us, the tailors that are sewing our clothes day and night, the plumbers, the masons, I have pictures on everybody.
Street sweepers. On
everything, road sweepers. You see the street cleans and stuff. You live in a decent house. These are guys, there are guys that build all these things. But do we give them their flags? The answer is no.
Mr. Dayo, I am itching. I'm itching to just hold this book in my hands. Ibrahim, can you pass it to me, please?
It's
One of those
20 kg,
copies, 20 kg. I lift weights at
Do you carry weight?
You can carry it.
Would you like to hold it as well? Just get a feel. I have to say the quality of
and you can see the
fiber. It's the fiber. What is this made of?
It's cloth and it's printed on archival paper.
Okay.
So that's guaranteed 75 years, no color degradation.
I don't know if our camera can see just how special this is.
Oh, it's opening. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
This is spread.
That's a panoramic. This was taken with a panoramic
This is National
camera.
Assembly.
That's right.
Wow.
This is beautiful.
Amazing.
Look at this.
I think we need to show Okay, you're already showing that already.
This is stunning.
Wow.
Honestly, sir, you've done a phenomenal
Wow.
job.
What rock is this?
That's William Rock in Jos.
Amazing. Wow. Wow. Does it open this as well? Okay.
No,
it's
it
just that
doesn't. You know, it all depends on the way.
part. Is this also printed in Nigeria?
No.
Okay.
I have to say, I've just stumbled on something that shows us just how far Mr. Dayo Adedayo went. And I don't know where this captured, but it says, even the local government, he's deep in the forest here to take this picture, and he says, even the local government chairman declined to join me, warning of wild animals deep in the forest. And so I went alone, drawn by the invisible pull of a story that the earth had hidden in silence for over 1,000 years.
Amazing.
By yourself, in a forest, wild animals. But I have to, before, go ahead, sir.
Okay, and do you know where that is?
Where's that?
That's the largest monument today on the continent called Africa. It's in Lagos State.
Really? Oh, wow, that's profound.
Sorry. Let's see that photograph.
Yes.
Maybe you should show it to the viewers.
Wow.
Should
this
never
book is
go.
So you were not afraid of the what do we call them, the monsters in the
Nah, there is no monsters.
forest.
After
You know the forest of 1,000
But I have to ask you, as beautiful as this is, we are seeing these images, they are moving, they are poignant. I think they are a poetic reminder of what
Absolutely.
Nigeria is and what she could be. However, were there moments, Mr. Dayo Adedayo, that broke your heart? I don't know if our conservation efforts in this country look after these monuments, these areas of natural reserves, this beauty. Are there times where you saw that there were conservation efforts going in place, or people were looking after these places, or do you believe that they should remain untouched and simply just beautiful?
There are two sides to a story.
Yes.
And when I say Nigeria is a land of milk and honey, what you understand is this. The challenges you are talking about is an opportunity for someone else.
Oh, yes.
How so?
Oh, yes.
What I'm doing now should have been done long before I was born. Ansel Adams, the greatest landscape photographer ever in the history of this world, is an American, documented the whole of America. And there's no better picture to what Ansel Adams has done. These are black and white pictures taken on large format cameras. Right? So everybody, you as a journalist, you have a role to play. I am as a photographer has a role to play. Nigeria gave back to us, gave us free education. No matter how much you are paying, it's peanuts to anywhere in the world. Our education is subsidized, whether you like it or not, right? So there are opportunities, and I'm taking this further. I've built an experience center, first of its kind.
Yes, we had you here to discuss that. And yes.
First of its kind on the continent of Africa, right? Where everybody can go to these places digitally in 5D. And I'm having my first official tour on July 8th by Olabisi Onabanjo University students.
Amazing.
Coming to my center. You know, so there are opportunities still in Nigeria. So after work, where do you take your children to? They're going to be on holiday now. Where do they go to? So don't look at the challenges.
Look at the opportunity.
Opportunities are all over the place. Where can you go where you can tell the story of Nigeria?
I can see Ileya Olomo here, and it's so beautiful. And this kind of natural sculpture that we could see here. I think there are some other countries that find something like this, maybe in Egypt.
Yeah, it's in England as well, and Stonehenge and stuff.
So we have this in Nigeria as well.
Absolutely, that's the important Borno State.
Amazing.
The quality of this is so profound.
I'm looking at the quality of the book.
Yes.
I'm looking at the details. The effort. You were thinking of a masterpiece.
Wow.
Were you also thinking of price?
Somebody the money man. I knew he was going to ask that question. It's not cheap.
No, I'm not going to mention price on national TV. I don't want TVC to come after me.
And we will.
I believe, I think, and I will recommend that all foreign missions in Nigeria should have copies of this, because this sells Nigeria in so many different positive ways, And maybe I've just given you a marketing tip, or you already have it at the back of your mind.
Someone cannot do something as big as this.
Honestly, at every embassy, at every government house, this should be on a coffee table.
Every embassy in the world, Nigerian embassy in the world, or High Commission, or whatever they call it, it should have something like this. And if that happens, how do you think the information here will play back in Nigeria?
So in addition to that, especially for those who believe that nothing good comes out of Nigeria, because everyone will be saying, may Nigeria not happen to you. But with all of these things that you see, everybody wants to play Nigeria should happen to them.
So when you say may Nigeria not happen to you, I will answer in first. There are two sayings to that. I'm praying for Nigeria to happen to me, and Nigeria has happened to me.
Absolutely.
Why? I've been opportuned because all of you seated there carries my work without you knowing. If you have a Nigerian passport, all the watermarked images are mine.
Amazing.
So Nigeria has happened to me.
Wow.
If you carry 100 naira note in your wallet, it's the first digital currency in the world. We don't tell our story. There is a QR code behind it. If you scan the QR code, all the pictures in the QR code belongs to me. And the CBN gave me a plaque for honoring me to give them, to sell those pictures to them. You know, so when you say may good things in Nigeria happens to me, right? Don't believe in the noise of the markets. Concentrate on what you are doing, because there is no country without challenges. There are countries in the world where a gunman will enter a classroom and kill people.
And the next thing they will say is,
and yet, people are still rushing to get their visa.
Absolutely.
Right? And the media of that country downplay it. I'm on national telly. I'm talking to the media, but the media are one of the greatest enemies of Nigeria.
Absolutely.
We tend to overblow things. There is no country without challenges. We are a growing nation. We're in Africa. There are people that do not want Africa to succeed and Nigeria to succeed. Should Nigeria succeed,
they are down.
The black race will succeed. I will give you just two examples. Nollywood. Nollywood came out of structural adjustment program when Alade Aromire, may he so rest in peace, the first person to go digital, to go video. The likes of Afolayan, Obato Gunde, Duroni were shooting 35 celluloid films. Structural adjustment programs killed the industry.
And the British took all their equipment with them. We had to start from scratch in our film industry.
So Alade Aromire started video. I think it's Panasonic VHS 10 or so, thereabout. Fast forward, Nollywood became something the whole of Africa now keyed into. Look at our music industry.
$1 million.
God bless John Jazzy and what's his name now? His partner when they came in. D'banj. Keke and D1, Dayo Adedayo, started the revolution. And that is what I'm saying. These are opportunities. Is there a museum for media in Nigeria? The answer is no. Right? They've been able to transform our music globally. Nigerians are now playing at the World Cup live. Those are opportunities. And coming back to you, of the ministries, I will give kudos to the Honorable Minister of Culture, Tourism, Madam Anatu. She called me to order a huge quantity
of this.
Yeah, of this.
Amazing. Amazing.
Good on her.
So I'll give it to her. And not just that alone, very soon, some copies are going to the presidency done by a corporate organization so that the president can hand over copies, because when they visit Nigeria, what do they give?
Absolutely.
Yes.
So ordinary Nigerians, how can they get this? This is going to, break my library, if I put it. Because my library is suspended in the air.
Yeah. It costs a fortune, actually. I won't mention the price.
But it also costs you a great fortune to produce.
Absolutely.
Your time, your energy,
Absolutely.
your
How many
resources, years of your life. I would expect nothing less, sir.
It took a great bit of me, staying away from home, sleeping rough, eating rough, and risking my life. My wife always concerned about me.
Going into
Anytime
the thick
I'm
forest
on the
and all
road, I mean, I was still on the road just about a few months ago. Just me alone. I don't go with security. It's called, undue exposure. Because why would someone be
cat
taking
with nine
security?
lives.
But I've been very lucky, extremely lucky. I can't stop talking about Nigeria.
Absolutely.
The beauty, even in Lagos where we live. And funny enough, if I tell you something, you won't believe it. What? Lagos State has the highest tourist centers in Nigeria.
Wow.
You will see all the list of the tourist centers in the book, everything in the book.
We really have to
But
get it.
Lagos has
I
the highest.
must say, we are going to continue this conversation off camera, sir.
One should go to TVC Library because we have a library here.
Absolutely. It's now time to link up with TJ Adedayo and Shomomo Imodu in our Abuja studio for the FCT brief. Good morning, Abuja. What's the brief from the FCT?